Hi, my name is Mark Aldred. I'm Vice President of International with Auriga Spa. Auriga is a European-based but global provider of software and services for the ATM and branch banking community. We're all about modernising customer experiences in branch and outside of branch, and we work with innovative financial services providers all over the world. We see, like everybody else does, behavioural change. It's driven by technology, where more and more of us are migrating to digital, more and more of us were born to digital. Also, the recent pandemic and the lasting consequences of that have changed behaviours, and banks have responded, and ATM deployers and providers of financial services have responded in different ways. But it's really key that they now respond in positive ways to make the most of the assets that they have, to continue to provide great service to the customers, and we try to make sure that they have all of the choice that they need to be able to do that. The real estate and the extra costs that legacy banks have is seen as an albatross around their necks. They're competing with neotechs, with new entrants, challengers, with mobile apps, and those guys are really good at what they do. But unfortunately, too many legacy banks seem to think that the only way to compete is to play the same game on the same field. In fact, there's a century and more of legacy, but also of reputation, of trust, of collaboration with customers and with communities. And we really believe that technology can be used to allow banks to lower their costs, which is key, to increase their efficiency, which is also key, to rightly deploy technologies that their customers are drawn to, but also to continue to exploit the benefits that they've built over years, including personal relationships, networks of branches inside appropriate communities. Of course, not all branches are in the right place, and many branches are very difficult to cost justify. So a new model is required, a model which is at lower cost, can offer a greater service, potentially could be a shared cost between multiple financial services providers or other entities. So there's all many different ways, but please, we believe that banks must not throw away the baby with the bathwater. They must not give up their competitive advantage so earned so hard over many years. And it's a competitive advantage that some of the new entrants would kill for. So we try to make sure that banks that have a presence continue to exploit it, and the banks that are trying to provide a presence have the technologies to be able to do so. We're sharing ideas, technology companies sharing ideas, financial services providers sharing ideas, but sharing infrastructure is key, and costs. In the ATM field already, worldwide there are many examples of pooling of ATMs. That's where costs are shared, risks are shared, by neutralising the brand of an ATM fleet, for example, as we have in Batopin in Belgium. That means that the reputational damage of change is shared between all the banks, and the opportunities of right-sizing and of placing ATMs in the right place, as we're doing in Belgium, that's all shared across all of the institutions. So sharing's key. ATMs are shared, branches could also be shared. Shared between banks, but also shared with other entities who provide complementary services, or perhaps even unrelated services, to generate more revenues and incomes out of the real estate. And of course, shared spaces don't need to be high street branches. They can be mobile, they can be pop-up, they can be anywhere, they can be temporary. So we're sitting in a model that might be the way a branch might look in the future, and this branch could be anywhere, could be shared, could be 24-hour, and could be a real asset to both the financial services providers that share the space, but also their consumers and the businesses that consume their financial services.